The experience of dementia as a journey. Before we start, I'm going to ask you to find a place to sit, close your eyes, and pretend you're on a train. I am going on a long journey by train. As I begin, the city skyscrapers and country landscape look familiar. As I continue my journey, the view reminds me of times gone by, and I feel relaxed and comfortable. The other passengers on the train appear to be feeling the same way, and I engage in pleasant conversation with them. As the journey progresses, things begin to look different. The buildings have odd shapes, and the trees don't quite look the way I remember them. I know that they are buildings and trees, but something about them is not quite right. Maybe I'm in a different country with different architecture and plant life. It feels a bit strange, even unnerving. I decide to ask the other passengers about the strangeness I feel, but I notice that they seem unperturbed. They are barely taking notice of the passing scenery. Maybe they have been here before. I ask some questions, but nothing seems different to them. I wonder if my mind is playing tricks on me. I decide to act as if everything looks all right. But because it does not, I have to be on my guard. This place is some tension on me, but I believe I can tolerate it for the remainder of the trip. I do, however, find myself becoming so preoccupied with appearing all right that my attention is diverted from the passing scenery. After some time, I look out the window again, and this time I know that something is wrong. Everything looks strange and unfamiliar. There is no similarity to anything I can recall from my past. I must do something. I talk to the other passengers about the strangeness I feel. They look dumbfounded, and when they answer, they talk in new language. Why won't they talk in English, I wonder? They look at me unknowingly and with sympathy. I've got to get to the bottom of this, so I keep after them to tell me where the train is going. The only answer I get are in the strange language, and even when I talk, my words sound strange to me. Now I am truly frightened. At this point, I figure that I have to get off the train and find my way home. I had not bargained for this when I started. I get up to leave and bid a pleasure goodbye. I don't get very far, though, as the other passengers stop me and take me back to my seat. It seems that they want me to stay on the train, whether I want to or not. I try to explain, but they just talk in that strange language. Outside the window, the scenery is getting even more frightening. Strange, inhuman-looking beings peer into the window at me. I decide to make a run for it. The other passengers are not paying much attention to me, so I slip out of my seat and quietly walk toward the back of the car. There's the door. It is difficult to push, but I must. It begins to open and I push harder. Maybe now I will get away. Even though it looks pretty strange out there, I know I will never find my way home if I don't get off this train. I am just ready to jump when hands suddenly appear from nowhere and grab me from behind. I try to get away. I try to fight them off, but I can feel them pulling me back to my seat. I realize now that I will never get off this train. I will never get home. How sad I feel. I did not say goodbye to my friends and children. As far as I know, they do not know where I am. The passengers look sympathetic, but they do not know how sad I feel. Maybe, if they knew, they would let me off the train. I stop smiling, stop eating, stop trying to talk, and avoid looking out the window. The passengers look worried. They force me to eat. It is difficult because I am too sad to be hungry. I have no choice now. I have to go along with the passengers because they seem to know where the journey will end. Maybe they will get me there safely. I fervently wish that I had never started out on this journey, but I know I cannot go back.